The princess of the kingdom never expected the adventurer she ordered to duel. His true identity is actually the legendary High Human. In order not to let the princess discover this, Shin is endlessly throwing the game in the duel. Even though the opponent's movements are full of flaws, he also has to pretend to be shocked. But this is not enough. After all, with his level, he could defeat the princess with a casual move. So Shin started his performance. He further compressed his already extremely low ability value until his strength can match the princess, but the opponent's strength is not weak. Under the premise of suppressing the ability value, she almost hurt Shin until the end. The princess did not discover Shin's true strength, thinking that she had met a worthy opponent. Seeing her finally fight happily, the guards and Shin breathed a sigh of relief. It turns out that Shin had hit the light attribute holy sword into the princess's room before. This matter was later found out by the princess, so Shin was called. Just because when proposing in this country, men will give women a sword as a gift. If the man is fickle, he will be chopped into 18 sections by the woman with that sword. Of course, this is just the custom of this country in the past, but as a princess of the royal family, it is obviously not easy to receive a sword like this. Shin's behavior is no different from proposing in their eyes. If it is not handled well, it may be treated as a criminal. Fortunately, the princess also knew that this was just a misunderstanding. The reason for calling Shin was also to resolve this matter. She wants to accept the sword as a gift instead of a token of love, and then give Shin a lot of money. In this way, Shin's trouble is solved, and she can get a divine weapon beyond the national treasure. But what the princess didn't expect was, Shin actually refused the money. You know, this is enough to live a lifetime. As a result, the other party just casually refused. Just wanted the permission to enter the National Magic Library. What the princess didn't know was, Shin casually took out a gold jail coin from the game era. It is comparable to hundreds of millions of kingdom currencies. In Shin's eyes, money is simply superficial. The information of this world is what he most wants to get. 2.5 minutes later, several people left the arena, but the original guards at the door all fell to the ground. And behind is the minister of this country. Shin saw at first sight that the other party was in a state of charm and confusion, but before he could react, the two were teleported to another place. When Shin opened his eyes again, he found himself in a ruin. Fortunately, the princess is also by his side and there is no danger. Before he could make the next plan, Schnee's panicked voice came to mind. It turns out that the moment Shin disappeared, Schnee noticed that the other party's signal suddenly disappeared. She almost thought Shin was going to disappear suddenly again. After Shin explained the situation, he asked Schnee to go to the royal city to catch the black hand behind the scenes. Because charm and confusion are both taboos, humans just have mental interference skills, will be arrested and executed by the royal family. And the effective range of this kind of skill is not large. This means that the person who releases the skill is in the palace. What's more important is, the moment before Shin was teleported, he noticed that the person who released the skill was not a human, but the nemesis of the humans in this world, the miasma demon. The two foxes Shin met before were monsters controlled by the miasma demon. The miasma demon is divided into several levels. The closer to the human form, the higher its combat power and intelligence. Looking at the complex plan of the charmed minister to teleport the princess, the miasma demon in the royal city is probably in the count class. The lowest level is between 300 to 400. She took Tiara with her to show the other party how to deal with the miasma demon. Before entering, they released a stealth magic. Then they walked in the palace with great fanfare, and the destination this time is the underground prison where the minister is imprisoned. Schnee first hypnotized the guards, then she got the key from them. After opening the door, the one who appeared inside was the minister. It turns out that Schnee and the other party are old acquaintances. She plans to first remove the abnormal state of the minister, but before she could launch her skills, several tentacles suddenly appeared behind her for a sneak attack. But all this is within Schnee's expectations. She easily cut off the attack, and the culprit also appeared at this moment. It is the level 423 Magnamuk. In fact, the two knew each other 500 years ago, but later Magnamuk suddenly disappeared. At this moment, when they met again, it launched an angry attack on Schnee. In less than 2.5 seconds, it had its countless tentacles cut off. But the problem is that this stupid miasma demon can't win and doesn't run away, still here to die provocatively, saying that Schnee is just a high elf abandoned by the master. Why still protect humans? It's better to become our companion and destroy humans together. If it were Schnee before meeting Shin, she would definitely be furious when she heard these words, but she didn't explain anything, just silently put away her weapon. Then she put on the blue moon given to her by Shin. With a single sword, she cut off the opponent's head. After solving the miasma demon, Schnee explained the matter of the miasma demon to the king. The original death sentence of the minister was also lifted as a result. Next, Schnee is going to find Shin. It turns out that the place where Shin was teleported is far away from the capital. Through telepathy, they agreed on a meeting place. It is indeed the city of Volmer.